warm welcome to another edition of To The Point. Electoral rumblings in Assam have begun, where it's not only a clash of political personalities, but also of ideologies and alliances. But the million-dollar question is, can BJP repeat its 2014 magic again? Well, joining me now is Union Minister and Chief Ministerial Candidate of BJP, Mr. Sarbananda Sonowal. Welcome, sir, on To The Point. So let me begin by asking, you are credited with not only registering a record win of 7 out of 14 Lok Sabha seats, but you actually forced Congress to be reduced to just 3 seats. Honestly, tell us, are you really hopeful of repeating the same magic again?
Of course. We have a target of 84.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the target we have set. That's the agenda we have set. Like now, with the people's support, we want to achieve that target. And we have better combination with AGP, BPF, Rabha, Tiwa, all the indigenous group of Assam. So the people of the state, particularly both the valleys, Barak and Brahmaputra, this time they have decided to support BJP only to take Assam to the extent of visible development, visible growth. So that's the expectation of the people of
in the last 2 years, don't you think that the ground reality has changed somehow, what it was in 2014 and what it is now?
Look, this is misrule, corrupt practices of Congress regime.
Right.
Whatever promises they made, those promises had been made only to be broken into pieces.
Okay.
So that is why people have lost they have lost their faith in Congress, and particularly the Tarun Gogoiji, who is the chief minister. And under his regime, people have seen that only the promises, nothing is doing in practice, in reality. So that is why people have now decided to reject them, and BJP as an alternative, a true alternative, who can perform, who can deliver goods to the people of the state. Because particularly when they have seen the outstanding performance of the central government under the dynamic leadership of Narendra Modi ji.
Right.
In the last 20-month time, whatever decision has been taken in favor of the state of Assam, it is unique. Particularly, Congress was there for 55 years.
But when Modi ji, Mr. Sonowal, when Modi ji was campaigning during general elections, he made a lot of promises to the people of Assam. Don't you think that, those kind of promises have not been fully delivered?
Look, whatever promises he made, now, phase-wise, he's fulfilling it.
Okay.
Number one, what he promised to the people of Assam during the campaign?
The infiltrators, packing off the infiltrators after assuming power.
That's the vital point. That's the most important point. Infiltration. Congress has been always witnessing the influx of illegal migrants across the borders.
Okay.
There was no adequate measures on their part to stop them from coming. And also they have given indulgence to the cattle smuggling, arms smuggling, everything was happening on the borders. So Congress has always been playing the role of a mere spectator. But Modi ji, in the last 20 months of his regime, he has taken a firm decision to seal the border permanently.
Okay.
Unless you seal it permanently, if you make a porous-less border, then you can stop the influx of illegal migrants. So that's the stand Modi ji has taken very firmly.
But Congress says that not even a single Bangladeshi has been detected and deported after he assumed power.
It is Congress who has given shelter to the illegal migrant.
Okay.
Because their design was to create a huge wood bank.
Okay.
Their only aim is to stay in power, not to protect the people of Assam. Identity of the people of Assam is under crisis. That has never been realized by the Congress regime. They have cheated the people of Assam. They have betrayed, though big promises they made in the Assam Accord. But this accord has never been honored by the Congress regime. Even Dr. Manmohan Singh, he still is the representative of Assam in the upper house.
But as you're saying that this will be done phase-wise and this looks like an ongoing process.
No. Phase-wise, why I am saying all this? Because to detect the illegal migrant, there is a system, constitutional system. because Congress, during their time, they have received a direction from the apex court of the country after the repealing of the IMDT Act to set up the sufficient number of tribunal to detect the illegal migrant present in the state of Assam. That has never been done by Congress regime.
Okay.
So that is why the detection part has never been fulfilled.
But sir, what about the land, the Bangladesh land border agreement? Because when Modi ji was campaigning, he was saying that not an inch will be lost,
No, we have
from
not
Assam.
sacrificed any inch because whatever land now had been handed over to them, it was within their position for the last so many years, so many decades. It was not within our position. So that has been misquoted. That was never been perfectly reported in the media.
So you mean to say that not even a single inch has been
we
lost?
have not sacrificed any. Even we got more land.
Okay.
So that the way, but the main objective was to stop the influx.
Okay.
So that was the expectation, that was the demand of the people of Assam. Unless you stop them from coming, how can you control their population? How can you detect them if day and night they continue to come, continue to enter to the state? The difficulty becomes enormous, So that is why we have taken a firm decision. Now border will be permanently sealed. Not even a single influx of illegal migrants will be allowed to come to this territory. So that's the way permanently this problem can be sorted out.
But sir, the biggest question at the moment is that why is your party and your government has singled out on the Hindu migrants? Because you are saying that, and the Passport Act has also been tweaked.
Look, whatever notification has been issued, you also know it. 6 religious minorities communities from Pakistan and Bangladesh who have come to India out of religious persecution.
Right.
They are not normal tourists. Due to religious persecution, they have left Pakistan and Bangladesh. So, those peoples are helpless. And now the government of India has promised to protect them here in the country. It is not that only Assam is taking the burden of whole this thing.
So they'll be going to other states as well?
No. We have a small number in Assam.
Right.
If you start counting them, then you will discover the number. It's very less.
Okay.
As quoted or as reported in the media, it is not that big. So the entire country will take the burden of this particular 6 religious communities.
But Tarun Gogoi says that BJP is trying to play its Hindu card through this.
Never.
They're trying to polarize the voters.
No. Congress, they also made the promises because in the last 2011 assembly poll, it was Tarun Gogoi who had made this promise to the people of Assam, and even he has promised to the Hindu Bengalis that please vote for us, we'll protect you in the near future. That was his promise. But later on, when he has achieved the target, he has forgotten his commitment.
But across Guwahati, when I was roaming around, I was seeing hoardings which Congress has put up, and they have just one uniform message, and that is that the Prime Minister is a dream merchant who is selling sour mangoes. How would you really respond to that?
Look, let me cite out one example, very exemplary achievement on the part of our government at center. Congress has ruled this particular state for the last more than 55 years. But in the last 55 years, they could able to announce for the construction of bridge over river Brahmaputra only 4 numbers.
Okay.
But in our 20 month of regime, Modi ji has decided to make the construction of 5 bridges over river Brahmaputra connecting South Bank and North Bank, which will help our economy to grow,
Okay.
which will help both sides of river Brahmaputra have better communication facilities. So this is the way Modi ji has been fulfilling his promises to the people
But
of
after
Assam.
you assume power and you become the Chief Minister, what is that one big ticket project which you would really sign on?
Look, during the British regime, Assam used to be one of the most potential states in the country. I think out of the 10 best states in the country. And because of the Congress misrule, this potential state had been put to the clouds, dark clouds.
Okay.
This is the great injustice they has committed to the people of Assam. Now, on the basis of the potentialities and possibilities, we are taking Assam ahead with fastest economic growth. So that's the way we are aiming to make Assam visible, not only in the map of India, but also in the map of the world.
According to the arithmetic which has been worked out in your alliance, things really favor BJP at the moment. The social arithmetic which has been worked around, it favors BJP. But why is there a perception that the battle is really going to be tough? Because maybe down the line, do you feel that 2 years down the line, somewhere the popularity of BJP has dipped and maybe that's where the perception lies?
Now look, like people of Assam very sensibly this time decided to come in favor of BJP because they want sense, they want employment, they want security, they want good governance for dignified living.
Okay.
So this has never been there during the Congress regime. So now the people, as you know, this has a cultural reputation we have in the country. This society having human values and also belief in the way of life is a kind of proceeding for creating human values and creating human society. So that's the way Assam has been always keeping a good track record of reputation in the country. So this society is a society of human values, cultural approach, cultural thinking, etc., etc. But now, because of the misrule, corrupt practices and gundagiri of Congress regime, they have totally denounced the values set by our forefathers. So that's really
Mr.
hurt
Sonowal,
the people of Assam.
It's the same Congress which is now pointing fingers at Himanta Biswa Sarma, who's now who was supposed to turn the tables of any kind of turmoil during the Congress regime, and now he's by your side. Congress is raising questions on his credentials as well, that his name is involved in so many scams. He was involved in Sarada, the Louis
Dr.
Berger
Sarma
scam.
is working on the principle of BJP.
Okay.
Now he's also trying to bring good governance to the state. He has seen Congress, how they have their mean-like way of handling the whole system, only for their self-gain. They have never resorted for the, good governance. So that is why, people are fed up and they have now left Congress and all joining hands with BJP to bring good governance, value of life.
But Mr. Sonowal, is it not true that not many people, there is a section of people within the BJP who's not very happy with Himanta Biswa Sarma coming to the BJP, and don't you also feel threatened knowing the fact that he had chief ministerial ambitions?
Look, we are all working as a team.
Okay.
We are the same boat, brother. That's all.
So you don't feel threatened at all,
never.
knowing the fact that he had chief
No, never.
ministerial
I'm
ambitions?
a positive thinker. I'm a positive thinker.
Okay.
I always consider everybody positive.
So Mr. Sarma has joined BJP as what? He's joined as what is the designation of Mr. Sarma at the moment?
Now he's
or has he just joined as a foot soldier?
He's the convener of Election Management Committee.
Okay. Okay. Now coming to the alliances, I know you're in a hurry, but we'll quickly finish. Talking about your alliance, you have allied with parties like Bodoland People's Front and Assam Gana Parishad. For example, Assam Gana Parishad, don't you think, how are you trying to bring a meeting point between what they have thought and what their issues are and what your party is thinking of? How is there a meeting ground between the three?
Look, we have a common agenda.
Okay.
To protect the people of Assam from the illegal migrant.
Okay.
So now, with this particular noble objective, we are working hard to bring a sense with the support of the people of Assam in the state.
But there were reports of a lot of internal revolts happening where AGP was forming its own rival faction and BJP was...
No, this is a normal phenomena in the politics. But the core issue is to be addressed with sincerity, commitment and dedication.
But Mr. Gogoi says that it's a marriage of convenience and just to grab power that they have come together.
Gogoi is a total failure. Gogoi has failed to perform in the last 15 years of his regime. So that is why a failure can make any kind of statesman out of frustration.
But with AGP particularly, because they were the ones to fight for 6 years on the illegal migrant issue. And how is BJP coming on a common point with them? Because they were saying that it was the illegal migrants who've choked the Assamese culture and identity. And now with the Passport Act tweaked and with the process still on, you've singled out the Hindu migrants also. So how would you come to a common point on this issue? What is your stand basically with AGP?
This state demands development.
Okay.
This state demands the security. This state demands good governance. So these are the main, expectations of the people of the state. Now we are to work hard because this presence of the large number of illegal migrants has pushed the local people to the microscopic minority. So this is the situation in the state. Now everyone is now threatened by the presence.
Is the identity of the Assamese people the biggest issue this election for BJP?
Identity of the bigger Assamese society, the greater Assamese society. Greater Assamese society comprises of Assamese, Marwari, Bihari, Bengali, Punjabi, Nepali, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jain, Sikh.
Right.
This is all the part of the greater Assamese society. We are fighting for their protection.
Why is there an impression that BJP is trying to polarize the society with some card or the other being played?
No. Look, it is Congress who always try to make this kind of, dirty design. So this is the party who has always been there in power with the principle of divide and rule. That's all. They do not want the greater Assamese society to be strengthened. They do not want there to stay together, live together with better understanding, with the spirit of brotherhood. They do not want. They want to always break the society in the name of religion, in the name of language, etc., etc. So Congress, it is who always create confusion and chaos in the society.
For example, when Bihar elections were around the corner, we saw the issues of rising intolerance, beef lynching, all these issues came up. Then just before these state elections, we find that, the elections are fought on nationalist versus anti-nationalist sentiments. So where is the political discourse of the country heading to at the moment?
No, it's a question of your, security of your land. Unless you have the territory, how can you survive with your culture, identity?
Okay.
So if the illegal migrants is illegally occupying your territory, it is swabhavik hai, aapko ladna hi hoga.
So Mr. Sonowal, which means that roti, kapda and makan is not the big issue in this election?
Of course, these are also the issues, but at the same time,
Assamese identity is the biggest issue.
Because this greater Assamese society's identity is a big issue for us. Because in the last 2011 census report, whatever figure has been revealed, so this speaks the volume of the presence of the illegal migrant in the state. Out of the 27 administrative districts, how many districts have been now occupied by the large number of illegal migrants? This has been revealed by the census report. So that is why we'll have to be careful. We'll have to be united within ourselves so that we can protect our land and culture and civilization.
Another reality of Assam is the large dominant Muslim voter base, about 34% Muslim population. How is BJP trying to reach that population?
We have sizable number of Assamese Muslim because all the Muslims are not illegal migrant. We have sizable number of Assamese Muslim.
Right.
So they are here for the last 800 years. They are the integral part of the Assamese society. So now it is our also main objective to protect their interests.
But that has not been. But is that your core voter base? Because parties like Congress and AIUDF, Badruddin Ajmal's party, they are saying that it is their core voter base, and they are trying to. It's the dominant core voter base for those parties. How are you trying to?
Assamese Muslims are very much with us.
Okay.
Yeah. So they always want that their identity should be well guarded, protected.
But who is a bigger rival for BJP, Congress or AUDF?
Both Congress and AUDF.
Okay. But Badruddin Ajmal, AUDF leader, says that he's going to be the kingmaker this election because none of the parties are going to get the majority.
It would be BJP who will form the government with the support of the people of Assam.
Okay.
ठीक है.
Neelu.